Welcome to the next video of Angular routing series. So in last video, we have created new Angular project with routing. Also, we have created 4 component: home, about, contact and playlist. So in this video, we will configure these 4 component inside this routes array. So this routes array is an array of object. So we need to configure routing component inside object, and object will take 2 parameter: path and component. So here I want 4 paths for home, about, contact and playlist. So I'll add home for home component. Similarly, I'll add for rest of the component like about component, contact component and playlist component. So here I need to render the respective component of each path is about, contact should render on contact component and playlist should render on playlist component. So this is how we can configure our routing component inside routes array. I'll write some code inside app.component.html for all these 4 routes. I want to add one nav bar inside this app.component.html. For that, I have installed Bootstrap in this application by using command ng-add @ng-bootstrap/ng-bootstrap. So I'll create one div of type container, and inside that I'll put all these component at last. Inside div, I'll add one nav of class navbar. Dot navbar expand lg. Inside that I want ul of class navbar nav. Inside that I want li, and inside li I want one anchor tag with type navlink. I want this li for home component. So similarly, I'll create 3 more li for about, contact and last is playlist. And I want background color is bg light for this now. So save the changes and go to the browser. So I want all these 4 in one row. For that I'll add one more div here with class collapse navbar collapse. And I'll put this ul inside this div. And I don't want this color. I'll add one style here. Background color gray. And I want faint gray color. So save the changes and go to the browser. Here you can see here we can see the navbar. I'll add some style home, about, contact and playlist. For that I'll add some CSS to this class navbar nav. Font size larger, font weight at 500 and color black. We can see all 4 elements clear. So we have added these 4 elements on web page so that we can click on that element and we will test the respective component is loaded or not. In order to load routing component, we need to add one directive instead of this selector of each component. That directive is nothing but router outlet. We can say router outlet is the placeholder of all routing components. So instead of all these 4 components, we need to write this directive router outlet. Then only we can see the routing component on browser or on web. So save the changes and go to the browser. I can write /home, click enter, home component is rendered. I want to add one jumbotron for each component so that it looks good. So I'll add it quickly. Div dot jumbotron h2 text center, and this is home component. And I'll save the changes. I'll add some padding 5 and margin 5. I don't want margin, I want margin top 5, and I'll add some color, style, background color. Okay, save the changes. So now, yes, it looks good. So once we click on a home component, it is redirect to home component. So similarly, we will add this jumbotron for all component HTML. This is contact component. That is why I need to change the component name, contact. Same for about and same for playlist. Okay, so this is for home component. Now we will test for about component. Once I enter, you can see this path is rendered on about component. Contact path should rendered on contact component. Similarly, playlist should render on playlist component. So we can achieve this routing through this localhost 4200 URL. So we want the same functionality. Once I click on home element, home component should get rendered. So for that, so right now, so href attribute is empty. So we have to specify the path where this element should get rendered. So for that, we need to specify the same path which we have added in this routes array. So I'll add home for home element, about for about element, contact for contact element, and playlist for playlist element. And that all 4 paths should match with your routing configuration path. So then only it will redirect to the respective component. So now we can check. Once I click on a home component is rendered. About component is rendered. Similarly, contact and playlist. So this is how we saw how to navigate or how to redirect from one component to another component through URL as well as on click of navbar element. But if you observe, once we click on another component, our whole page is getting refreshed. You just keep eye on here. So now I am going to click on a playlist, page is getting refreshed. Similarly, you can see through URL, like for home, you can see here, once I enter, the page is getting refreshed. So this is the drawback, because Angular is used for single page application, and in single page application, user can redirect from one view to another view without page reload or without page refresh. So we need to resolve this issue by using a router link directive that we will see in next video. So that is it for this video. So thanks for watching my video. If you learn anything from this series, then don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.